Hey guys, good evening to everyone and thanks for joining. So in our last class, we discussed about IDS IPS. So already this topic we discussed under endpoint security. So now we are into network security. Under network security, we already completed firewall theoretical part and also proxy theoretical part is completed. So third topic is network IDS and network IPS. So already we started this one. So first of all, IDS means whenever any abnormal or malicious or suspicious activity will happen. So in that scenario, IDS only will detect. Coming to IPS, IPS will detect as well as it will block. So there are different types of IDS IPS. We discussed already this one under endpoint security. We have endpoint level host IDS and host IPS. In the network level, network IDS and network IPS. And next one is in the wireless wise, nothing but Wi-Fi. So wireless IDS and wireless IPS. So host IDS and host IPS we discussed already. It is a agent and server based deployment method. Every agent we have to install on the end user machine, that may be laptop or MacBook or workstation or desktop, even servers as well. So finally, this agent will communicate to the centralized IDS IPS server, host IDS host IPS server. So according to the policies configured, either it will detect IDS and IPS, it will detect as well as it will block. That is on the host level. On the network level, so deployment method is a little bit different because it is not on the end user machine monitoring. Entire network we are monitoring. So NIDS deployment method is a span or mirror method. This is already we discussed as a part of firewall deployment method. So NAPS deployment method is inline method. So these are the two different types of deployment methods. So what is my span and mirror method and what is meant by inline method? I will explain once again, even though we discussed previously. So this is the network architecture diagram. So it does not contain everything, but I have drawn only couple of tools basically. One is access switch and core switch or layer 3 switch, a network IPS, proxy, network IDS. In the similar way, we have firewall, right hand side, ISP router, and internet. On the left hand side, we have all the server LAN. Okay, like a DNS, DHCP, Active Directory, domain controller, SMTP, file server, web server, database server, and so on. Right? So network IDS method is a span or a mirror method. What is meant by this one? So as I said, one of the core switch interface we have to configure as a span or mirror method. That interface we have to configure to or connect to so NIDS device. Okay, so now whatever traffic is going on entire organization, that one will be taken care by layer 3 switch or core switch. Same traffic, replication of the traffic, other copying of the traffic. So this is also called a passive traffic because it's not a original traffic. It is not like an online traffic. It is a completely passive traffic. So replication of the traffic, one of the copy of the interface we are configuring, and we are connecting that one to network IDS device. So it's a copying of the traffic. Water core switch traffic is maintaining entire everything data, same traffic, it will go to network IDS device as well. And based on the policies configured, based on the detection methods, a network IDS will only detect the respective abnormal activity. So that is completely traffic wise. Okay, so that is network IDS. So what is the network IDS deployment method? It is a span or mirror method. One of the core switch or layer 3 switch interface we have to configure is span or mirror method. I told you already, practically I have shown couple of parameters or commands we have to enter into the router and switch, and we have to configure span or mirror method. So that is about what is meant by span or mirror method. Now coming back, NIPS device. So NIPS device we will connect in the network level as an inline method. Inline method. Inline meaning here in between two devices. Inline method meaning in between two devices. What is the proxy method? Proxy deployment method? Proxy deployment.
Inline methods.
Yes. Proxy deployment method also inline method only. That is also called the promiscuous mode. Even NIPS also same as it is. So in between core switch and proxy. So this one we have to configure as a inline method. Now, if NIDS will go down, is there any business impact will be there? If
No,
NIDS?
No, sir.
No. What is the reason?
Because it is passively connected.
Yes, that's perfect. That's correct. Because it's a passively connected and it is only detecting the alert, but it is not blocking the alert. So just only monitoring the alert. Okay. So, but if NIPS will go down, some outage will be there. So that is the reason if you want to mitigate those outages, we have to connect one more. Okay, so interface to proxy, one more interface we have to configure to firewall. Okay, but practically speaking, NIPS we have to configure NIPS output to proxy input. Proxy output is a input to firewall. So if NIPS will go down, some impact will be there. Why? Because something got compromised. So or something alert is received. NIPS device, it's already outage. It cannot detect. It cannot block. So that is the impact. So I have one question now. In the organization level, whether we have to use only network ID as a single device, a network IP as a single device, single tool we will use, or multiple devices we will use.